Ladies and gentlemen, friends, brothers and sisters, lean in with me for a moment. I want you to close your eyes if you can, and imagine two versions of your life laid out in front of you like two roads at a fork. On one road there is ease now, comfort, convenience, the applause of instant pleasure. On the other there is quiet work, lonely discipline, missed nights, pocket change tucked into a jar while everyone else is spending. Both roads are loud. Both make demands. Both promise something. But they promise different futures. Today I stand here to make a claim that sounds simple, but will demand everything from you. Live like no one else, so later you can live like no one else. It's not a catchy line. It's not a slogan to paste on your phone and forget. It is a strategy. It is a posture. It is an invitation to be rare, to accept short-term pain in order to own a future most people never see coming. Let me tell you a story, a small story about a man named Marcus. Marcus was not genius rich, not born into money, not lucky in a lottery kind of way. He had two hands. He had grit. At 22 he worked 3 jobs, dishwashing at night, a daytime shift at a warehouse, and selling small things at the market on weekends. Every time a friend asked him to go out, he said no. Not because he didn't want to laugh and breathe, he did, but because he had a plan. 5 years, save, learn, build. He fell asleep to the hum of fluorescent lights and woke up to the smell of coffee and discount bread. He read books on his breaks. He learned how to negotiate. He sent 5 applications a day. He kept a jar in his room labeled Freedom Fund, and he put every extra dollar in there like a vow. 5 years later Marcus owned a small business, then a bigger one. He had choice. He could take a vacation when he wanted. He could help his parents. He could hire people from his neighborhood. People who joked about his thriftiness now asked him for advice. Marcus didn't become special because of a sequence. He lived like no one else, disciplined, lonely, painful, and later he lived like no one else, free, generous, powerful. This is not a parable about money only. It's about character. It's about the daily decisions you make in the quiet places where no one's watching. It's about how you steward time, attention, energy, relationships, and your inner voice. If you want a life that looks different, extraordinary, you must be willing to behave differently before the rewards arrive. We live in an age designed to sell us immediate satisfaction. Click. Add to cart. Swipe. Instant dopamine. The world tells you, in millions of tiny voices, that you deserve to have it now. That lie is seductive because it flatters you. Yes, you deserve this pizza. Yes, you deserve this vacation. Yes, you deserve the shiny thing right now. But friends, there is a cost attached to living by that whisper. Every now you spend is a future you forfeit. If you say yes to every immediate pleasure, you will build a life of immediate pleasures. Shallow, smiling, empty of bedrock. If you say no to what feels good now, with a vision for what can be yours later, you will build something that will last when the novelty wears off. That long-term life will sustain you when storms come. It will let you sleep at night when trouble knocks. It will let you breathe when others panic. Living like no one else begins with a decision. It is a decision to choose the long game. It's not glamorous. It doesn't have a medal around your neck at the start. But it is the only way to create margin, in time, in money, in freedom, that allows you to live on your terms. The big life is built out of small daily choices. Showing up consistently to your work, saving a fixed percentage of your income, reading instead of scrolling, being on time, making your bed, these are not trivial. They are the bricks. Choose the small things and the big things will follow. Anyone can enjoy a moment. Not everyone can postpone a moment for a season in order to harvest a lifetime. Practice saying, "Not now," to friendly temptations. Say, "Not now" to the credit card purchase so you can say, "Yes" to a home, to travel that matters, to investments that grow. Goals are good. I want X by 30. Guardrails are the systems that keep you on the road. A guardrail might be an automatic transfer to savings, a no late night eating rule, or a commitment to attend 1 course per quarter. Guardrails protect you from your own wandering desires. This is counterintuitive, choosing the uncomfortable now to gain comfort later, but it is the truest form of freedom. The person who works an extra hour learning a skill today creates a career that needs less hustle tomorrow. You surround yourself with people who demand more of you. If you want to live like no one else, you can't keep company with people who find excuses. Find mentors, friends, and teammates who will push you, not pacify you. Beware the comfort squad, those kind souls who will cheer your excuses because they make them comfortable too. Sacrifice is a word that rings in the ears of many and scares away more. Yet sacrifice is not the enemy. Comfort unearned is. Sacrifice is the tuition you pay for a life of sovereignty. Think of sacrifice as a deposit into a future vault. It's something you give up today so you can withdraw abundance later. There are different currencies of sacrifice. Time, money, reputation, comfort. Each has value. Time. You cannot buy time back. Choose how you invest your hours. Spend them learning, practicing, creating, loving. The person who spends 30 hours a week mastering a craft will, over time, outrun the person who watches 30 episodes in a week. Money. Save and invest before you spend. Take the quiet joy of knowing your finances are built, not hollowed. You don't need to be extreme. You need to be consistent. Compound interest is the most patient partner you'll ever meet. Reputation. Sometimes you will have to say no to popular choices to do the right thing. Maybe you won't jump on the gossip train.
Maybe you won't join the crowd chasing a quick buck.
Your reputation will grow in quiet seasons. Comfort. Growth asks for discomfort. That discomfort is temporary. The shape it carves lasts.
Embrace the GYM when you would rather sleep. Embrace the early morning study when the bed pulls you.
Embrace the tough conversations when avoidance would be easier. The mechanics, small daily disciplines that compound. Words inspire, but habits build. Real change is the result of small things done repeatedly. Here are practical disciplines, doable, not mystical, that create the life you say you want.
Daily margin. Wake up 30 minutes before your obligations.
Use that time to plan, read, pray, or exercise. It's an investment in clarity. Save first, every payday. Move a set percentage into savings before you touch the rest.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Over time, you will be amazed how fast a small habit can grow a cushion. Learn constantly. Read nonfiction, take a course, listen to podcasts that challenge you. The most valuable asset you own is your ability to produce value. Network intentionally. Not shallow networking. Build real relationships. Help others. The person you serve today may be the door you need tomorrow. Protect your attention. Limit social media. Designate focused work times. Our attention is the new capital. Spend it where it compounds. Physical stewardship. You cannot negotiate with your body. It keeps score. Eat a bit cleaner, sleep a bit more, move your body daily. Health is not glamorous, but it's terminally important.
Courage to be patient.
Courage is often pictured as a warrior in battle, but the rarest courage today is patience. To work when no one notices, to keep planting seeds for a harvest you may not live to enjoy.
The patient person trusts the process.
She understands that constancy is superior to 10 years. Of consistent small actions will beat a single year of heroic effort followed by burnout.
Remember the oak tree.
You don't see it grow day by day. You see it after years when the rings tell a story of persistence. Be the oak. The paradox of living now and living later. Some will push back, but don't we lose life if we postpone joy? Don't we need to enjoy the present? This is not an either/or. It's a both/and. Living like no one else does not mean never enjoying life. It means choosing deeper, more meaningful joys, and enjoying them on your terms. It means you can take a vacation without debt. It means when you celebrate, your celebrations are full because they are not built on anxiety. The person who lives for cheap thrills will always be hungry. The person who invests in something greater can feast without fear. The question is, do you want novelty or nourishment? A fleeting high or a life that holds steady through seasons?
Discipline is love for your future self.
There's a tender way to see discipline, as an act of love. When you choose to skip the impulse purchase, when you set aside time to learn, when you call your aging parent instead of scrolling, you are speaking to a future version of you. You are saying, I see you. I will not let you be unprepared. Love for your future self is practical, patient, and persistent. This is where most people fail. Not because they lack desire, but because desire without a plan is a flame that burns out. Turn your desire into a plan.
Turn your plan into ritual.
Ritual will become identity. Identity will produce results. The pain today is the price of the privilege tomorrow. There is sacredness to this pact. Pain today for privilege tomorrow. Privilege is not given. It is earned through quiet seasons. If you live like nobody else now, if you study, save, sacrifice, and serve, you will step into a later season where your decisions give you options most people never imagined. What will that season look like? For some it's financial freedom, not being shackled to paycheck-to-paycheck life. For others it's creative freedom, time to write the book, start the charity, raise the children, travel the road. For others it's inner freedom, peace that is not shaken by external storms. Whatever your shape of freedom, it starts with the tiny, sometimes boring choices you make today. Before I close this part of the speech, I'll give you a practical challenge. A small litmus test for decision and resolve.
Tonight, write down one thing you will sacrifice for the next 90 days.
It could be a Netflix-free month, a dining out ban, an hour of study per day, or a commitment to early mornings. Tell one person about it. Accountability is medicine. Automate one financial action. Transfer $X on payday to savings, or start a small investment plan. Make it automatic so your future self doesn't have to plead with your present self. Read one chapter of a book that adds long-term value before you check your phone in the morning. These are not dramatic. They are faithful. They will ask little of you and ask everything of your future. I'll end this section with what I promised you at the top. Living like no one else is not a moral lecture, it's a strategy. It's a posture you step into. It will cost something. It will alienate you from the crowd sometimes.
It will make you a little lonely.
But it will make your future something rare and breathtaking. If you take one thing with you from this part, let it be this. The life you want is built on tiny daily choices, not on dramatic overnight miracles. Decide to be uncommon. Love your future self enough to be disciplined today.